Ireland have picked their act for Eurovision, and I think I'm a little bit obsessed. But before we begin, please subscribe and make videos about all things Eurovision that you'll love. So yes, indeed, on February the 7th, the Late Eurosong special took place.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to the Late Show Eurosong special.
And once again, the whole show was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? There's something just so beautifully chaotic about the Eurosong that I just adore.
Over the next 2 hours, we will answer the most important question in Irish music. Who will follow in the footsteps of Bambi Thug and represent Ireland?
This time around, though, it felt like the production had gone up a notch or two. Sure, it was still filmed in a TV studio and the audio mixing wasn't great, but we had an actual stage this time around. They weren't performing on a floor for once. We did, however, still have a studio panel. Thankfully though, this time around, they were at least honest with their feedback. Our monarch, Bambi Thug, being the highlight. Everything they said was on point and they were utterly hilarious to boot.
I loved the theatrical, the setting, I loved the tree, I loved the tea hats.
But what about our acts? We had 6 acts to choose from, and there honestly wasn't a bad one amongst them. Of course, someone did have to come last though, and that was Adji. This was actually beautiful. It was the first performed on the night and he really set the bar high. It starts off as a really soft piano ballad, but then builds into this super chilled out, dancey type number. I don't care where you're from, who you were, or where you're going. So I'll be right here. And he really ticked off the Eurovision checklist. He was surrounded by fog, dressed in white and backed by a violinist. But it didn't come across as try-hard or cheesy. It was really simple and it let his voice shine right through. Next to 5th, Nile. Feel the earth moving to distant drums. This one really reminded me of the sort of track Australia tend to send. That driving beat accompanied by a big vocal and a strong cultural connection throughout. It was almost druidy, like some sort of ritualistic chant. Universe, it can make us feel the love. My main criticism, though, was the dancers. His voice was strong enough on its own. That dark tone and his commanding energy was all he needed. He didn't need any distractions. Now to 4th place, Realta. Heartbreaking, just thinking it might not be me, mistaken. I thought this one was really lovely too. It reminded me of the sort of thing Ireland have been sending to Jesk recently. That beautiful Disney movie-esque ballad sung by the most perfect vocal. As beautiful as it was, though, it just didn't strike me as particularly competitive. In some ways, it almost channels Ireland's 1990s Eurovision successes. It would have absolutely stormed it back then. But fast forward to today, and I just have my doubts that this is a sort of song people at home would have voted for. Ember, closer, alert, warmer, faster, stoke the fire. Now to third place, Bobbi Arlo. This was the one I ended up voting for. It was just incredible.
Wanna take my power, ground yourself out, eat your heart out. This time your owls, no escape, we close the doors. How does it feel right now to be on your...
It's this epic techno-pop gothic banger that is so visually arresting. From the rubber chess piece adorned outfit to the medieval sword and her break dancing backing troupe, it was just a lot, but in the best possible way.
I've got all the power. I've got all the...
As much as I did love it though, I just left it wanting more. And maybe it was nerves, she was the fan favourite going in. But for a song that's all about female empowerment, I didn't always get a sense of that power. Next to second place, our runner-up, Samantha, Mumba.
Take me now, as I am, lost and lost.
Visually, this looked amazing. For such a tiny stage, this was Eurovision ready. And her vocal was flawless too. She was easily one of the best we heard on the night. But it was just too slow to start. Eurovision is all about grabbing you in the first 20 seconds, and this just didn't. Once it did get going though, it was incredible. It's this big emotional tune that she belts from the heart. And then she breaks into river dance. It's genuinely great. I just wish it got to that good stuff sooner. Which brings us to our number one. Our winner for Eurosong 2025 was Emmy.
The winner of tonight's Late Show Eurosong competition is Emmy!
This is the most unserious result I've ever seen in a Eurovision national final. And I bloody love it. They picked an ex-Norwegian MGP star singing about a dog over Celtic tracks, a techno banger, and Samantha fucking Mumba doing river dance.
Emmy, what does this mean to you?
And outside of that ridiculousness, it's also kinda a bit of a bop.
She still wonders why, but she loves to fly. I hope like I never died and that she spins around still, and that she has a party in the heaven always will.
It's a proper nostalgic, typically Nordic sounding dancey tune that I have just had stuck in my head for days. On paper it seems silly and kinda jokey, but she's so invested and the performance is so on point that you just can't help but be sucked in to all the fun.
Through the comets and the storms, she is howling for her bones, singing along to the stars and sun. And if she didn't fly, no would you and I.
And it's got a really sweet message too. She's singing about Laika, the real-life Soviet space dog whose story ended tragically. But with Like a Party, Emmy is celebrating her life and saying, what if she's still up there dancing amongst the stars?
Like a party in the sky.
And I think it's a sure qualifier too. If two space wolves can do it, I'm pretty sure a space dog can do it too. But what about you, humble viewer? Who was your Eurosong fave? Let me know down below in the comments. And please like and subscribe for more. Next time it's the turn of Finland's UMK, which, spoiler alert, might just be my favourite show of the whole season. So make sure you stick around for that one. And to keep watching, click the links on screen now.